Everybody, today I am going to show you a quick video on how we make cloud bread for our keto lifestyle. It's real super simple. Cloud bread is 3 ingredients, and it's also called oopsie bread or oopsie rolls, and it's low carb. It's made with 3 eggs, 3 tablespoons of cream cheese, and cream of tartar, or another replacement for cream of tartar would be baking powder, because baking powder is a mix of baking soda and cream of tartar together. So that'll kind of get your need filled if you don't have that. And then I'm going to put salt in mine because I want them to have a little bit of salt in them. First thing we're going to do is separate our eggs. I want my egg whites in here, and then I'm going to put my egg yolks in this bowl here so that I can add them one at a time later to my second bowl. So officially 3 out of 4 of our family members are now eating keto. Last night my son said, we were shopping at the commissary, and he said, "Mom, I think I want to try this keto diet." And he's been watching my daughter and I eat these really delicious, satisfying meals, and I think he was a little jealous. So I asked him why, and he said, food was one of them, but then he also said he wouldn't mind losing a little bit of weight around his midsection. He's not fat, but he's got a little layer of insulation. And I don't know, I think it's great because I would love for him to have a better diet as a 15-year-old boy. There are times where he's not eating healthy, so I am here for him. And he wanted something bread-like today, so I said, we'll make cloud bread. And then he had eggs and bacon for breakfast. He's very happy with that. Okay, I was trying to get every last bit of that. So I have my egg whites, and then I'm going to add my 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar, and this is going to allow them to form stiff peaks. Tongue twister. So I'm gonna mix these until they're done. It'll take a couple minutes. All right, so I'm getting close. I have some really soft peaks. I'm going to go for another minute, probably, maybe 2. I think these are done. All right, I'm really close. I'm going to go for like another 30 seconds. All right, these are done. Nice stiff peaks, and that's what we're going for. I'm going to now blend or mix up my cream cheese just to kind of get it a little bit separated and creamy. All right, so there's where I'm at, just kind of broken up. I'm going to add 1 egg yolk at a time because I want to keep a creamy consistency. If I add all the egg yolks at once, what's going to happen is the egg yolks are too liquidy and the cream cheese is too chunky, and you'll end up with just cream cheese chunks that are hard to blend in. First one's probably the most important, just because once it's mixed in well, then the egg yolk is going to mix in really easily. So I'm just going to press out some of those remaining chunks, and then I was scraping the sides a little too. A little bit more. Alright, that actually looks really good. There's maybe a few stray chunks, but I'm worried about those. Super fast. And number 3. This is done. You can see it's a nice creamy mixture. And oh, I forgot my salt. I'm gonna add my salt to my egg yolks so that I can really mix it in without taking out any of the air from the egg whites. Once I try to fold this into my egg whites, I'm gonna try to work this as little as possible so that the air stays in those egg whites. So mixing it just until it's mixed up. And I don't know if I said earlier, but when you crack those egg yolks separated from the egg whites, do not get any egg yolk in your egg white. The egg whites won't form a stiff peak. That little tiny bit of oil will, like just from the egg yolk, will be enough to prevent them from forming a stiff peak. So pretty important. Looks great. And then I'm going to save that. I have a pan lined with parchment paper here. And then these are going to go into a 300-degree oven for 15 to 20 minutes. It really depends on your oven and how it's regulated. And then if you have any extras of these, you can store them in your refrigerator if you're going to use them right away, or if you're maybe a single person and you don't need 15 cloud breads in a day or 2 days, you can freeze them. But make sure that either way, fridge or freezer, you put a little piece of parchment paper either between the rolls or wrap them individually somehow. A little egg yolk mix there. Or a little paper towel will work too, and a little bit will end up sticking to the paper towel, but that'll work. And then if you're going to store them in the freezer, they'll get a little watery just thawing out on the counter. So you want to thaw them actually in the fridge. So you want to thaw bread for lunch, pop it into the refrigerator the night before or that morning, or maybe straight into your lunchbox if you go to work. All right, these are a little bit big maybe, but that's okay. Scalp some from this one. Make that one a little bit bigger so they cook evenly. They don't really spread out, so whatever size you end up making them is going to be pretty good. All right, I'm going to pause the video, and then when I come back, I will have them coming out of the oven.